Hi, Scorpio. This is Kelly from Moon Pie Tarot. This is your bi-yearly love general tarot reading for March through August 2017. I just want to say really quick to my subscribers, thank you so much. I truly appreciate all that you have done, all of your comments and your likes and your feedback. I am very humbled that you are following me and enjoying my readings. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to you guys. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Of course, if you enjoy what you hear, no pressure. So, okay. For Scorpio, I just want to explain how I do the reading really quick. The card in the center represents the overall energy for the next 6 months. And then each card starting at the top going clockwise represents the overall energy for each month. And of course, they all blend. They transition into one another. So March's reading, or the March card could go into halfway through April, and then the April card, you could feel the last half of April. So it could really go any way. So do keep that in mind. So let's get started with your reading. So the card in the center is the fertility card. And fertility, what that card means is that it's a very fertile time for you. So if any of you are expecting a baby, and this is all in a physical sense, expecting or wishing to have a child, the next 6 months would be the time to do that. This card signifies it's an ideal time for also new projects and new beginnings in love as well. If you're looking for a relationship or to deepen a connection with someone, this is the time for that. I feel like your mind is very fertile with new ideas, and there's a lot of abundance that will easily flow to you within the next 6 months. But everything in its infancy stage, so you have to have patience with the growth process. You just have to nurture yourself during this time so that you stay strong and you stay fertile. I feel like you Scorpios actually most of the time have a Midas touch, but it will be more significant during this phase. Everything that you get your hands on will be turning to gold. And also, some of you may have surprise pregnancies coming up, or if you are trying to adopt, you will get news of that coming in your favor within the next 6 months. So you can let go of any worries or guilt and really just enjoy yourself. It's just a good time to start something new. If you're wishing to start a family and you have someone in mind, now is the time to do it. And just real quick, I want to give you a little rundown on this figure here, Pan. Pan is an ancient Greek deity of nature, of music and fertility. So the story goes that it was love at first sight for him when he spotted a lovely nymph. But she didn't return his affection, and it's said that it's because he was so unattractive that his name became the root of the word panic because of the reaction children had when they saw him. So he ran after her down to the river. When she called upon other nymphs for help, they turned him into a willow reed. And as he yelled for help, the reeds made beautiful music. So when he transformed into his original self, he made a musical instrument of reeds, which is today called a panpipe. So for those of you who are needing guidance or who are having trouble conceiving or wishing or having trouble with fertility issues, or some of you who are artists or musicians, this is the time to call on Pan to help you relax and enjoy yourself, and that he will guide your way. Okay, so you're starting off March with the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups, it's an interesting card. I want to say that, there are times when that card could mean a breakup, but I feel more so that some of you may have had a separation with someone in the past or the recent past. And this card talks about a returning of that person, or a returning of that relationship. Whatever separation you may have had, whether it's recently or whatever it was temporary. The Eight of Cups in this deck talks about renewal. Okay, so if you and your partner, let's say some of you were trying to conceive and there was difficulty and disappointment in that, and there was a break for a little while, that's just one small example. There will be a renewal of coming back together with this person, or whatever reason there was that there was a split in the recent past, or a disconnect, maybe not a physical split, but just some kind of a disconnect. The return of those emotions and that coming together again will reappear in March. Okay. For those of you who were recently out of a relationship, this card represents a time of healing and beginning again. So I don't know too much. I'm trying to see, not know too much, but what else I can come up. I'm not really feeling too much more about that card, except that it's just a coming back together with someone. And let me just move on. If I pick up anything else about that card, then I'll go back to it. So going into April, we've got the Devil. So the Devil card is a very strong attraction to someone. Don't be afraid of the Devil. The Devil card, it's a Capricorn card. So some of you may be dealing with Capricorn. Not all of you, but for those of you who are, this is for you. But the Devil card really just talks about something taking you over. And this card can have a lot to do with sex as well. It can have it can have to do with addictions as well. So there's some kind of a bond that you may feel chained to a person. And the Devil card is very similar to the Lover's card in the Rider-Waite deck. But the Lover's is more freeing and more of a blessed union, where the Devil is more of chained to the devil. The Devil is controlling. So it's your obsessions, your intense emotions that are controlling you. And I feel they have something to do with a particular person in your life that you can't seem to break away from. And you may not be trying to break away from them. Maybe you are. You may be having difficulty with that. For some reason, there's something holding you to someone. And if you're not trying to break away from them, it's because you're enjoying it. But this is also about physical attraction. There's a deep physical attraction to someone as well. Like I said, the devil card's a sexual card, which is it's a link to addiction. So there may be someone that you just can't seem to. There could be a lot of jealousy, like I said, obsession, control. So in the month of April, whatever occurs in March, the month of April, you are hooked. There's a bond now that has been formed, and there's no turning back from that. And when I look at this card, you can see he's holding quite a phallic symbol. So that's very much at the forefront, kind of running things there, running the show. So it could have something to do with, fertility. You may be wishing to have a baby with a partner or someone you're involved with, or even, not all of you. I know there are some of my listeners out there that are much older and that time has passed for them. And there may also be some that are not capable. But if you're thinking of adoption, that issue is that's available during this time for you. It's a go time for that. But with this devil card, you just have to be careful. You don't want to, if this is a strictly sexual relationship, this can be very destructive to you. So you might want to try to control that a little for yourself, as best you can, because once the devil gets a hold of you, symbolically in the tarot, it usually comes across as like you're not able to stop thinking about a particular person. You're fantasizing about them. You're just chained to them. And also, not able to get away from this person, that when you're away from them, you feel very low or depressed. So there's that energy as well. So let's move on to May. You have the 10 of Pentacles. So I do feel like whoever this person is that you might feel attached to, with the 10 of Pentacles card coming through, this is saying that in May, this is a happy, secure time in this relationship. Something gets solidified during the previous 2 months. And the 10 of Pentacles is a good omen for this relationship. It's a good omen as far as finances go with this person. It's a good omen for having a child. So this could also be the time when a pregnancy occurs, or news of a baby in May. And of course, the spring's always a fertile season. So at least in the northern hemisphere, because the flowers are blooming, everything is beginning again. So if you are trying or wishing to have a child, or discussing that with someone, or even just discussing new ideas about the relationship or starting something new, May seems to be more pinpointed as the time to go ahead and do that. If it feels like an investment in this relationship is good, it's positive, because it's linked to love and happiness, security, and a vision about the future, and also thoughtfulness. This card shows that you and another person are together because you both know that you are fit for each other. And when that occurs, then that desire to procreate is like a blessing coming through for you and the other person. It could also, I don't know, I can't remember if I said this, it could be surprise news also of pregnancy for those of you who are capable of having children or looking for that. This is a lucky card to get in a love reading for a relationship. I feel like it's reaching a maturity stage in May. It reaches that point. Now in June, you've got the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is victory. So whatever you are hoping to achieve with another person, whether it's a child or to further the relationship, even if you are going into business together, anything that would birth something new, you will be victorious in this in June 2017. I don't see anything going on here with marriage or anything like that. But the Devil card could represent that. There is a strong bond there. So in June, you'll be having very positive thoughts about your partner and they about you. And you will regain peace once again. For those of you who have been struggling in relationships or having difficulty finding someone who fits you, you will be victorious with that in June. This will be a time of peace for you that you may think or feel to yourself, finally the search is over. I can now move forward with love or a happy relationship or children or family. And also, too, that energy of the Six of Wands will, what's the word I want to use? It will entice you. You know, the Six of Wands always talks about it's a victory card, and it's also about showing off, right? Because you've been successful with something. So if there's news of a child coming, this is something you may wish to throw out there into the world to let everyone know you're so full of pride about this. And if it's not a child, just so full of pride in your partner that you want everyone to know who they are. There's so much love. You're so happy. So that energy is also playing a role in June. You know, two people showing off that they're so happy together, that they finally found each other. That energy. And even if you were in a relationship with someone in the past and things just weren't going well, I mean, everything's coming finally full circle for you. If you've been separated from someone or waiting for someone to get their act together or waiting for someone to, reach out to you or tell you how they really feel and what they want, I feel like it's all going to come full circle for you. You're going to be very happy, especially in June. Now in July, you have the Six of Pentacles. So this is an energy of give and take, helping each other, supporting each other. If you find out that you are pregnant, your partner will be very supportive of you financially, will tell you that they are going to take care of you and they wish to be there for you every step of the way. Okay, and you in return will give back to them the emotional support or whatever it is that they need. And if you're a man and your partner gets pregnant, you will be offering to support them and they to support you. So either way, it goes both ways, really. If it's not a child, then it's if birthing something new in this relationship, if you're starting a business together, or you're, starting something new, or getting this relationship off the ground, this energy in July is really great. You feel uh, you feel that you've made a good decision because your partner is so supportive of you, right? And even though when you look at this card, she looks like she's drinking and drunk, don't pay attention to the depiction. Although, when I do look at it, let's talk in the terms of pregnancy. If your partner is pregnant, or this other person that you're with is pregnant, of course they'll be ill. And not everyone in their pregnancy is ill, but some. And you see the man in the background here. Well, it could be a man or a woman, whichever. Well, it would have to be a man. That person is, looking to see if they're okay, so support in that way as well. This card, the Six of Pentacles, is charity card. So it's about giving, but it's also about giving and taking. I've heard some tarot card readers say that they don't like this card in a reading, but I actually do, because I feel like, giving in a relationship is great, but also being able to receive is just as important. If someone is giving and the other person does not wish to take, that can sometimes be an insult. Sometimes love is about giving, but it's also about receiving. So if someone is offering to you to give to you and to give you their love, I see you being desiring to take it now in July. Like, really, if you've been standoffish with someone that you wanted to be the one who was caretaking all the time, it's time for you to allow yourself to receive as well, because that's giving in return also. It's humbling to receive something from someone. It's much easier to be on the top of the hill looking down and giving, because it puts you in a place of control in some way. But when you're on the bottom and you are receiving from someone, that's very humbling. So I feel like in July, the energy will be reciprocal, and you will be willing to receive as well as give. Now, going into August, you have the Hangman. So as far as pregnancy goes, that's that waiting period. That's the period of, you have expectations because you're expecting a baby to come. For those of you who, like I said, are dealing with that. But the expectations are low. You are not getting too overly excited, because you just want the baby to be healthy and happy. Okay. And for those of you who aren't in that situation, and like I said, are maybe starting something new, this is just really going through the month of August, where, you guys have put things together now, and you're very, very happy, and you're supporting each other. And now you're waiting for something, though. Maybe you're waiting for your partner to offer their hand in marriage. Okay, that issue could also be playing out. But it's also telling you not to have any crazy expectations about anything, to take things as they come, to be happy, to let go, to be free, to enjoy all of your surroundings, and to be open. You may even see some rough stuff in your partner. For instance, if you're a man and you're listening and your partner's pregnant, you may be seeing some yucky stuff, so you may have to just say to yourself, okay, this is yucky. This is horrible, gross, but I love that person. So, I'm going to overlook all of that. There are some men that just can't even deal with that. And, that's okay. If you are a woman and you're pregnant, your partner, he could be feeling that way, even though he knows that you're going through this and your body's changing and, you're glowing and you look beautiful, but you've gained 30 pounds and you're eating like a horse and you are not wanting to have sex all the time or whatever. If that happens, your partner is just still kind of like not going to put expectations on you. Okay, I see, I get it, I love you anyway, I'll just wait until we're out through this. That kind of energy coming through. And I don't see anybody giving up. I feel like your partner is looking at this like, okay, this is just casual pain right now. We're not going to, I'm not going to, I just have to be supportive, and I just am going to do my best. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay here. This is a situation as it is, and this is where we are now, and we're just going to keep moving forward until the day comes. And so again, for those of you who I don't know why business keeps coming to mind, starting a business. So that energy of if you've put all, say with the Six of Pentacles, this can be a financial card. So investing to, maybe taking a loan from a bank, things like that, to get started on a business or investing money in something, and now waiting to see what the return will be, just that process, that energy of letting go, giving it to the universe and letting it play out the way it needs to play out, not holding on to anything, not letting go, but not holding on. Okay, Scorpio, so that's your reading for the next 6 months. If you guys need more clarity or you wish for a personal reading, you can always email me at moonpietarot@gmail.com, and I will respond at least within 24 hours with instructions on how you can get that started. And I hope you guys have a wonderful next 6 months, and I will be speaking with you soon. Okay, take care. Bye.